Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and an interesting story has just come out regarding the Bourne legacy movies, Ultimatum, all of them, the whole Jason Bourne franchise. Universal has lost the rights to the movie. Now, we only heard a while ago that they were planning to do a brand new movie. The question was Matt Damon going to be in it and stuff? And it seems to have kind of gone around and around. But now it's turned out, yeah, they've actually lost the rights now to it. And in fact, there's a bidding war starting because they're shopping the rights around to be sold. So let's have a look at this. So it says, at the end of 2023, it was reported that a new Bourne movie was in the works from All Quiet on the Western Front and Conclave director Edward Berger. The news was welcomed by fans who had assumed Matt Damon's time as the ex-CIA agent and Treadstone operative had reached its end, though the filmmaker dialed back expectations last October when he confirmed, "I'm not doing it right now." Damon has also danced around the subject of returning. The decision has likely been taken out of their hands, though, as Universal Pictures has lost the rights to the Bourne franchise. According to The Hollywood Reporter, WME is currently shopping the rights to both that spy franchise and the rest of author Robert Ludlum's library at the behest of the late author's estate. The trade explains, "The goal is to find a new home for the franchise and make this super spy a more regular presence on screen. It is too early to say if longtime star Matt Damon would be involved in the new iteration. Skydance, Apple and Netflix are said to have met with the estate for the rights." Before we go on, the most likely one out of them to probably win the rights would probably be Netflix. So this says Universal could win the rights back with an attractive enough bid, but faces some stiff competition, particularly as streamers like Apple and Netflix will be keen to monetize Ludlum's work. He wrote 27 novels in total, many of which didn't revolve around Bourne. The Bourne Identity was released in 2002, Jesus, was it that long ago? And was followed by the Bourne Ultimatum and the Bourne Supremacy. Universal attempted to expand the franchise with Jeremy Renner playing a new character in 2012's The Bourne Legacy, but the movie didn't strike a chord with fans. So this article kind of goes on, just talks about the movies overall. But the fact that Universal has managed to let the rights slip, which also shows you why they announced that they were going to do the new movie, because it means it looks like it was in production, which means they would retain the rights. That's why you get so many Spider-Man movies and stuff like that, because if Sony want to retain the rights, they have to have a movie in production. Any type of movie, could be animated or anything, as long as the Spider-Man brand is used, they get to keep the rights. So the fact that they managed to let this slip, but it's interesting as well that the estate isn't even seemingly turning around to Universal and say, "Hey, look, pay us again and you can keep the rights." Instead, they're actually going, "No, we're going to shop it around." Now, the problem with them doing this is, depending who the buyer is, like, you notice there, they don't have Amazon down. Amazon could jump in. And would we end up just getting it turned into a series? Which could work, but at the same time, I think people would expect, "Oh, Jason Bourne's back. If it's not Matt Damon, what's the point?" All that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, the fact that they are shopping it and mostly seemingly looking towards streaming, you know, the idea of them doing that, they have to realize and understand that if it goes to streaming, they're not going to be earning money from it. Like, obviously, they'll get paid for the rights, but whatever comes after that, you're not going to be earning, because on streaming, they don't earn money. And what are they going to do with the franchise? Would Matt Damon even want to come back if it ends up becoming a streaming-only movie? Or would he be the type of person to say, "Hey, look, if it's not on the big screen, I'm not interested"? It's interesting, and it'll be very interesting to see where this franchise ends up and what actually happens with it. As it says there, you know, Universal could bid and get the rights back. But do they want to go that way? It's possible, because we know they're desperate for franchises. You know, they're about to lose Fast and Furious because they're filming what's meant to be the final one of those movies. And they have said flat out, we need more franchises. So the idea that they're going to lose the Bourne franchise but may have to pony up more money to keep it, it's going to be very interesting to see what actually happens and where this ends up. So that's what's happening with the Bourne movie franchise, that the rights for this is up for grabs. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe, you know the drill. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.